G'day, this is Simon from the Bracketeer and another crazy busy South OC Cars and Coffee. First thing I want to say is a big thank you to everybody who didn't arrive before 8:30, who made sure to drive very quietly and respectfully. You know, we've probably got the biggest show we've ever done. We've closed off both the parking lots and started diverting people over by Asada and Blaze Pizza. And yet I think people have been more respectful and less noise than we've ever seen before. So a very big thank you to everybody who has been respectful this morning. Of course, a big thank you to all the volunteers as well who makes that happen. So if you want to volunteer, please just send us a message through Facebook or Instagram. By the way, it gives you a chance to bring your car in early. So if you want a prime part, best way to do that is become a volunteer. So a big thank you, of course, before we start, the outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here, to all of our sponsors, to Next Level Detail, to Chick-fil-A, and also to Maguire's, and of course to Ruby's and Rockwell's and Starbucks for doing the coffee and the donuts. So amazing turnout this morning, some really cool stuff. We got the motorcycles here from that Keanu Reeves company, some really cool stuff. You can see a 57 Chevy leaving us behind. Let's swing the camera around and go for a walk. Starting off with James's car. My car's still in bits, but I did get a little bit more done to it this week. His new Vortex supercharger on there, making good horsepower. Jackie's Ford GT next to Jay's Ford GT, two of them in a row. Then we've got an Audi R8, the V10 model of course, and then McLaren 600 LT. Then we got a couple more R8s, and then we roll into Porsche territory, and then Ferrari, and then a really interesting looking McLaren down here, 620R. So this is not your average run-of-the-mill Ferrari. Very, very cool, 2020 model. Next to it, a 600 LT. Now this is the car I spoke about last week. This is going to be our Car of the Week winner. The really interesting thing about this car, it is so authentic and so real, and yet it is a replica. There was a gentleman from Disney who actually did the faux painting on it to give it the patina look. This thing looks so real that when they drove it into Monterey, they were waved through into the official Porsche area. So great story behind it. We'll come back and make that Car of the Week. Lambo, onto Audi again. Gary's 458 Italia, really nice Porsche here. Love that navy blue colour. A couple of Lambos there, and then we go to a McLaren 650S, Porsche Pista there. Isn't that pretty? Really nice. Another Ferrari here, very, very nice as well. Aston Martin, really nice blue on that car. Rolling into Bentley, a couple of Bentleys through there, and then a really nice looking BMW. Love that interior colour with that grey, very nice. GT3 RS, and then McLaren, and then an AMG down here, another R8 over here, Porsche, and then over the other side we've got a Lambo sitting over there as well, if you can see that over there. One of our regulars, that beautiful Ferrari there, really lovely car. Volkswagen Alley, we always get these guys parking in this row and love it. Great lineup of Volkswagens. We've got a ring in here with a classic old Woody, and then back to some more Volkswagen buses, and then a thing that's kind of set up a bit like a Jolly. Isn't this GT3 RS over here nice? Look at the colour of it. Just the nice contrast of black accents on it. Very nice. 911 Turbo. Another Porsche here, that same dark blue. Really love that. Porsche then a slammed Volkswagen bus here. Very, very cool. How one of our volunteers is beautiful little Fiat Multipla, 6-seater, believe it or not. Great looking old Ford there. Another one, Ranchero, classic old Porsche. Good morning. Nice looking Z28 there. Another one of our regulars, drop top Mercury, next to a couple of Vipers. BMW, classic old hot rod there. 65 Riviera, those clamshell headlights are so cool. Really nice looking truck with a step side tray. Big block Chev in there too, which is cool. Little Miata. A lot of work done to this BMW, check that out. Wide body kit, roll cage, very cool. C8 Corvette next to a C7 Corvette, next to Jim's beautiful Corvette. He's just had a whole lot of work done onto it. Another one of our volunteers, this is John's beautiful Alfa Romeo. Really nice looking GT3 500 actually. Isn't that pretty? Really nicely done. Looks like it's an authentic too, so really cool. Very nice looking Supra there. Big rubber on the back. Looks like a set of wheels with some Mickey Thompsons on there. This thing, big turbo. Check that out. So, very cool. Another Supra next to it. A couple of Mustangs. So then we roll into a Cobra replica. couple of Fords, 32s. Good morning, good to see you. GT350, another Viper. Lots of Vipers this morning. Bit of Mopar muscle through there. Then we've rolled into a Noble. Of course, these are using the same engine they used to use in the Ford Mondeo, twin turbocharged, but really quick little car. Isn't this beautiful? Really, really nice Challenger, but of course transplant of a new engine in there. Big old Regal Buick. Look at the size of the engine in that thing. Very clean looking 57 with a new engine transplant. International, cool. Porsche, and then Stevens, previous car of the week winner, this very radical GTI. Massive old Star Chief there. Look at all that beautiful chrome. Very nice. Volkswagen next to a very nice 69 Z28 302. Houndstooth interior, which is beautiful. I asked the owner when he drove in, I said, you need my personal details for your will, last will and testament. You can leave that car to me any day. Boxer S next to another classic Porsche there. Another Porsche there, lots of them through there. Rolling up to an M4 with a wide body kit on it, and then a nice old classic Porsche there. AMG, original old Beetle there, another Beetle there, and then a R35 up here. Look at this classic old Buick here, all of that chrome, beautiful interior, very nice. Next to it, 55. Good morning, guys. What is this? Hear no evil, see no evil. What's the... I tell you what, this looks like a lineup in a prison, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know what the guy said? He goes, is this Supreme Court? Because there's 9 of them.
Yeah, Supreme Court?
Yeah.
There's nothing supreme about you guys, I can tell you that right now. Have a great day, guys. C8 there, Ford. Dan, who was just there, here's his delivery. He's one of my neighbours. Really nice guys, this group. Really nice 32 there, very clean. Volkswagen bus. Hunter's, very cool. Cadillac, nice wrap on that. Austin Healey. Porsche, and then another Porsche here. One of our regulars, 69 Camaro. Great looking Chevy too, so neat and clean. 350 in that cool little chopped hot rod next to another one. This is nice, isn't it? Small block Chev, it's got that cool style to it. 442. Classic old SS Camaro there. Carrera GTS. Cool old hot rod there, old Falcon. Drop top Mercedes there. Mustang, hey, isn't that nice? Great old Plymouth there. It's a nice Corvette pulling in there. Mustang 74 MGB, that's the later plastic bumper model. Next to a really nice old car, we've seen this a few times. This is a classic old MG service vehicle. It's actually supercharged. I want to show you this. This was actually done by the dealers. Look at the supercharger that they put on there. So it's one of the things I think is really cool, they actually double the number of V-belts to drive this thing, so that if you lose a belt, you've still got a belt driving the water pump, etc., etc. Single SU carby on there with a ram tube on it. So that would have been a cool little addition in those days to give this thing more power. So a Lexus, Cutlass, 57 Chev. Down here we've got a classic old hot rod here. Look at that. Very nice. Talk about cool. Have a look at this slammed Mercedes there, obviously running air ride. Now, just the coolest thing that somebody's put this effort into a car like this. Beautiful leather interior. That is a cool ride. Cobra replica next to it, next to another one as well. Your engine in that one. Another Cobra there. Classic 455 HO Trans Am. Very nice looking 55 here. Interesting, this is the old 210, so it's got a pillar in the back. But notice it's got that inline 6 in there. So it doesn't have a V8 like they all did. Very cool to see. I think they were called a blue flame motor, but I may be wrong. Classic old Ford there. Another little bathtub Porsche, nice. E-Type Jag. Corvette, another nice looking Corvette there, very nice. MGB in British Racing Green. Pretty powder blue Bronco next to a Grand Wagoneer. Ferrari, big block in that Corvette. A Hellcat, very nice. Or, yep, a Hellcat. 67 RS SS Camaro. Very interesting looking bus there. Look at the minivan, all the effort's been put into that. Lexus, Gen 6 Camaro running an E-Force Edelrock supercharger. Z06 Corvette, nice little 2002 BMW there. Baby Lotus. Look at this cool old Volkswagen, very nice. Corvette, and then this is one of our regulars, this Corvette. Got to show you the rubber on the back of this thing, absolutely superb. Look at this old Survivor Mustang, but look at that engine, that thing. Amazing, isn't that cool? Very cool. Chevelle, very neat wind blower on that thing. Next to a 69 Camaro with a LS transplant, running a fast LSX 102 intake manifold. Nicely done. This Mustang, check out the work of this thing. It's amazing, isn't it? Next to it, Gen 2 Camaro, very nice looking small block in that. And then another Gen 2 over here. Once again, LS transplant in that one. Check out this very, very nice Chevelle. Nicely done big block in this thing. Look at that. That is some serious work there. Brodex heads on that thing. Very cool. Next to it, a ragtop 67. And then next to it, another 67 there. And then another Chevelle down here. Another LS transplant. These guys all came in together. Very nice. And then, isn't this cute? Just the complete contrast. And look what we love to see this down here. Supporting us with a sticker on the dash of that thing. Isn't this thing beautiful? Very, very nice. Next to it, a Beetle and then classic Corvette. Volkswagen bus. Porsche. Lotus. Nice looking Chevelle there. Nice dark blue, sort of greeny blue. Very nice. Very clean looking 69 with a LS in it. This is cool too. This is 69, but this is running a blown small block in it. And then next to it, we've got a Hellcat with that blower on the top. A Prowler, the car that, of course, Chip Foose had some design input into. And then rolling around, isn't this cool? Very, very interesting seeing these old cars. This is a Plymouth, obviously, but look at that, the dual intake on that thing, on that 426. Very, very cool. LS7 in that Corvette. Julia. Gen 5 Z01 Camaro, very clean that car. Little Z car there with an LS transplant in it, that's cool. Nissan El Camino, beautiful colour, butternut yellow. And then a Chevelle, great looking Bel Air. Love that red interior, have a look at that. Isn't that nice? Corvette, Magnuson supercharger on that one. Another Corvette there, Supra. Got a row of Supras through here, good to see. Such a great engine in those cars. It's almost a shame that Supras went away from an inline six like this, because they were such an iconic engine, capable of so much power, just completely underrated. Check this out. So that's one of the earlier generation Supra. That's where it kind of all began. Mustang, Corvette, got a few of them there in a row. 1, 2, 3, starting with the ending up. Sorry, should I say with LS7 and that one. One of the new ones, C8 down here. Another Plymouth, there's that intake manifold again. Look at that, those dual carbs on that, very cool. 928S Porsche, two of them side by side. And then a Z06, one of our regulars, this Packard. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good to see you. Look at that engine in that thing, that is so cool. Until you have to lift the head off it, you need 5 of your friends to do that. That would be so heavy. Mustang, and then next to a classic old hot rod. Look at this Cougar, pretty colour there. And look at this Lincoln, huge. And then down the end, we've got a Volkswagen bus. Porsche, Mustang. Oh, cute little oval window Beetle there. Very nice. Buick. That's, you know, back in the days when they were struggling to get power out of V8s in cars, these things came along and they were getting numbers that would just absolutely blow away the V8s at the time. And they put them in these, and they put them in some of the pickups as well. They were such a great engine and capable of so much power. And they're really starting to become popular again, which is good to see. Mercury, Corvette, two of them side by side. BMW, RS Focus, little Z car there. A Civic Type R, nice red interior in that car. Another one there, 370Z. Another Toyota there. Camaro, Charger, Mustang. Gen 5 Z28, love that car. So many little things about that Gen 5 Z28. Aside from anything else, they had the same 427 as they put in the Corvette. But some of the things that they did, they actually ran a 19-inch wheel rather than the 20-inch that they were running on the other cars. They had carbon ceramic brakes, which were really cool. They actually had thinner glass in the back window just to shed weight. Bad luck if you ever break a window, because they actually don't make replacement glass for them. But such a great car. I think these will be a collector's item in years to come. I really do. They're a great car, great platform. A couple of the new C8 Corvettes side by side. Really love this blue. I like the fact that they kept the interior in black, but they just put the blue seat belts in there as well. Very nice, very nice. And next to it, we've got a little 928 Porsche. How clean is that in here? Someone's gone through and replaced the high tension leads with red leads, and then the silicon pipes, connecting pipes. Interesting. Morning.
Hey, morning. Very good show, brother.
Yeah, thank you. It's a good turnout. Little Mitsubishi there. Genesis, BMW. Love it when people come up and say they're having a great time. Subaru. CR1, another great car. Really good engine in those things. LT was not the same LT4 as they ran in the Z06. Actually more power, good internals. Audi, Corvette, Mustang, and then AMG. Someone's done some work to that. Look at the intake on it. Interesting. Don't know that I'd be putting the air intakes above the hot engine like that. There's a reason that they typically port them from outside of the car just to keep the temperature down, but hey, somebody's modifying it. And then a AMG, one of the new Supras. Nissan Infinity, little Miata with its headlights up next to another one. And then Volkswagen here, look at that. So that's actually has an Audi transplant in there, the V6 3.2 litre. That thing would go. Cool to see. Miata. Now, so this DeLorean pulled in, and I said to the guy, if you could come any time, any era, why the hell did you come to 2020? I mean, why would you bring a DeLorean to 2020? You could have gone to any year. You could have gone back to Baywatch era but he came to 2020. Makes no sense to me. Should have had a no 2020 clause on the Doc's DeLorean. Mustang, another Mustang there. Nice new Whipple supercharger on that. That new 5.3 rotor combination of those things making big power. Then a Roush supercharger on this one. Look at those nice carbon fibre flares and wide body on that. And then coming up to finally on this end we have a Porsche down here. So this is what it's all about. Group of guys standing around one of the cars, looking at what they've done. Very cool. We got a group of these Evos through here this morning. Some really nice cars. Look at the carbon fibre on this one. Really nicely done. You know, the Evo was probably the first car that came along that gave the WRX STI a run for its money. And they were such a great little car. And then Mitsubishi got a new corporate head in Japan, and he decided he wanted to kill their motor racing division, and so the consequence of that was that the Evo went away, which is tragic because it has such a cult following and was such a great little rally car and such a great enthusiast car that they're dead now. And so now all you can get is that. Nothing wrong with a Subaru, might I add, but just a shame that, you know what happens when you lose your competitors? You lose your competitive edge. You really need competitors to push you. M4 next to another Subi there, another Mitsubishi there, and then rolling through to another STI there, little ST, little Ford there. Then a row of Gen 6 Camaros through here, then a Gen 5, and then so this is what we call a plumber's nightmare. Look at that. How are you? Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, brother.
Thank you very much.
Look at this. This is a great car, isn't it? Look at this Pro Charger on this thing. Very nicely done. See, all the best people have gauges up on the hood. That's only because I've got gauges on the hood of my car as well. But isn't this beautiful? 69. This is a me sort of a car. In fact, the other day, one of our regulars, John Chow, put up this picture of the new Porsche Taycan and the new Tesla and the other new electric car, and which would you choose? And I put a picture of a supercharged Camaro, 69 Camaro, and I choose this. And he goes, how many gallons per mile do you get? And I said, well, I wouldn't care. I'd just much rather hang on to my manlyhood. So love it, blowing Camaro. My favourite car in the whole world. Good job. Look at this old Willys. But you know what? We're all going to have to accept the fact that electric cars are going to happen sooner rather than later. And at least there's companies that are actually putting some interesting stuff into them, and there's some competitiveness coming along. Chevy Deluxe, they're not my thing, but there are people passionate about them like John, which I think's cool. You know, I think it's really cool. Scat Pack there. Look at this old Survivor Chevy through here. Really cool. Very cool. Always good to see you. Look at this great looking Pontiac. Big block in that. This is cool little Toyota. This is one serious Blazer. Yeah. That's cool. That's a little lift kit in there. What's the lift on it? Do you know?
6 inches.
6 inches? Very cool.
Yeah, 37 tires.
Do you need a ladder to get into the thing?
No.
Very cool. Next to it, Chevy pickup. Volkswagen. Little Toyota snuck in there, little stocky, shouldn't be there. BMW. A Little Miata, another BMW. This thing will be a handful. Cobra running a Ford Racing engine with a supercharger on it, very nice. Corvette, another Corvette there, classic car.
We had one red one.
Gen 6 Camaro, Cadillac, Z06, Chevy SS with Holden Commodore badges on it. That's the original version of that car. M4, M2, another little M down there, great, beautiful colour. BMW again, tough sounding, this thing when it came in, really tough sounding Corvette. And then another one of the C8s down here in that really nice orange. BMW, nice Porsche there. Nissan carbon fibre hood on that, looks good. Same with the Infinity next to it. Another one there, you can see a little turbo inside there, all the gold wrapping. Old Camaro there, then a Land Cruiser, I think that's an 80 series. That was such a bulletproof off-roader. Jeep, really nice looking El Camino here. This thing running a big block in it. Love the World Racing wheels as well, they look great. Big rubber on the back, roll cage sort of integrated into it. This is a really tough looking El Camino. Very, very, very nice. Interesting, I said it was big block, it's not actually, it's an LS, actually an LS, but those covers that look like old school valve covers actually made me think it was a big block. That's what they're designed to do. But interestingly, notice it's an LS with a standard style intake. You can actually buy those from GM Performance Parts. You can buy a 376 with a standard style intake for carburation, which is cool. Or you can put I'm guessing that probably is, it's a fuel injection system that actually looks like a carb, which is good. Next to it, really nice looking LS transplant in this thing as well. It's orange, so unless they paint it themselves, it's probably an LSX, which is really cool. BMW, massive blazer here. Just got to swing the camera up and see this thing. Huge, 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 huge. BMW, old Mercedes there. Really nice looking truck. Step side tray on it. Another classic Chevy 3100 there. Little Focus ST. And then a Master Speed 3. Great little car, had turbo problems though. New Supra. Look at them lined up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting purple on that one. And then 5 of them in a row. Good to see. 45th anniversary a Camaro there running an E4 supercharger on it. Miata. Michelle, one of our volunteers, Miata. Great to see her. And she's great to have her along and help us out. If you want to volunteer, don't forget you can come in here and park earlier. Miata, there's rows of them through here. Another little one there.
You guys want to try it out?
People, Alexis, kids getting excited. I love to hear that. People offering kids to be able to look at their cars. Volkswagen. Mercedes. Volkswagen, same colour. Another Volkswagen. Subaru. Some more Evos through here. This is the same group, I guess. Back to the other ones. M4, M3. More BMWs rolling up through here, and then finally all the way to the end. Last row, little Subaru, BMW wagon. Have a look at the bit of work done on this. You know, I love seeing people doing stuff to their cars. Just, you know, keep it clean, keep working on it. You know, keep it all original. Little Nissan there. Whatever it is your passion is, that's cool. Subaru, STI, BMW, another Evo, Audi, old Mercedes wagon. Okay, so we got to come back and look at this. It takes all taste, doesn't it? Look at the teeth and the grill of that thing. Not my personal taste, but I don't have to drive the car, do I? Toyota, if somebody likes it, good on it. Subaru. Then we got a row of minis here. We'll call this Mr. Bean Alley through here. Very different from the old minis, mind you. Very, very different. But by the same token, doing the same thing that minis did back in the late 60s. They were defying performance. In fact, a lot of people don't know this over here probably. In Australia, the police actually used Cooper S's with surfboards, believe it or not, bolted to the roof to trick people. And they were the fastest cars in Australia at that stage, being able to get up and go. So, interesting. Little Scat Pack, another mini there. And then a Corvette. ZL1, Corvette, another Corvette, BMW, and a little Civic down there. Have a listen to this thing rolling in. Very cool. AMG, young guy driving it too, which is good. Honda, Got a Honda motorcycle here. Beautiful FJ40 Land Cruiser over here. Look at these Rower Land Cruisers. They're talking my love language here. Love these things. I'll own one day. AMG, Subaru. Seems you get drawn back to the car you learn to drive in. Well, I do at least anyway. M3 Viper in there. Very cool purple. Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, then a little Lexus, I think it is, and then a Jeep Gladiator with the doors all taken off. Rockwell Row, we've got a supercharged Mustang there. Really nice little R35 there, wide body kit. This is pretty, isn't it? A little Datsun. Look at the carbon fiber hood on it. Chevy SS, Corvette, Porsche, another Porsche here. Mustang, classic old Corvette there. Good morning. Morning, folks. How are you?
How you doing?
Then a Invicta, great old 39 Ford there. So this morning we had an NSX club. We've lost a few of them because it's we're just about near closing time this morning. But look at this row of NSXs of all different generations. These guys did the right thing. They reached out to us in advance and asked if they could bring their group in. So we arranged for them to get here at 8:30 and then bring them in together so we can park them all together. So great to have car clubs along. Look at this beautiful color of this one at the end. So we don't have time to go through all the other vehicles, but this is the overflow lot. We filled this straight away this morning as well. So just incredible the number of cars that have shown up this morning. Let's do some motorcycles. Tom's beautiful BMW. Tom's helping us out with organising all the motorcycles here. We really appreciate it. We want to get more of them along. Ducati, Harley, Indian. Look at that chopper. Classic old Honda. Look at that beautiful metal flake in the orange. Another one. Suzuki, Triumph trucks, and I love that. I'd love one of those. Ducati, Harley, little scooter over there. Yamaha. Love this too. Look at this BMW Cafe Racer. Vespa over there. Nice 996 Ducati there. Another Triumph here. That's really, really nice. Speedmaster. Love it. Harley. Honda. Nice bright orange. Sucker for orange. I am not sure what I'm... A Kawasaki actually. Harley here. Another Kawasaki here. And then another... Look at all the Kawasaki's. Ducati. Then a Ninja. Aprilia. And then Kawasaki down here, and then we're going to come back to these two guys motorcycles and talk to these guys in a minute. Beautiful Triumph Scrambler, chopper, and I think that was a Yamaha, Harley Davidson. So many motorcycles this morning. Look at them through here. Another chopper there, another Harley, roller Harley through there. Okay, so I want to come back and talk about these motorcycles up here. So as we walk back through here, there's a bit of a story behind these, and let's see if we get these guys to talk to us. So these are Arch motorcycles. As you can see, they are not your regular brand. How are you guys?
Hey, how are you?
So can I hear a story about these things? So Keanu Reeves is involved with the business, correct?
That is correct. Yeah, this is Arch Motorcycle. These are the KRGT1s.
Yep.
We have two color variations here. These are all built in our facility in Hawthorne, California.
Yep.
And everything is bespoke. So it's a proven production platform that is tailored to the owner. So
you heard that right. So it's a production platform that's tailored to you, to what you specifically want. I mean, what I love about these motorcycles is they look so technical, and yet they're stripped back to bare basics. Both the way that they look, the engineering on them, the way that this rear swing arm has been beautifully CNC'd, obviously, and then TIG welded together. There's so many nice things about this thing. So what's the Keanu Reeves connection, if I may?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is a huge motorcycle enthusiast, and about 10 years ago, he partnered up with his partner and co-founder Gard Hollinger to create Arch Motorcycle Company, and we've been building them ever since. So it took about 3 years to industrialize and prototype the first version of this model, the KRGT1.
Yep.
And then it's just kind of evolved over the years into what you're seeing now.
It is very cool. So how do we get Keanu to come to our show?
just got to invite him, and then he'll come out when he's available.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you for bringing him out. I always love seeing interesting things here. This is definitely the highlight of the motorcycle row this morning. So thank you so much for bringing him out.
Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
So that's it for another week at South OC Cars and Coffee. Big thank you to everyone who brought out your amazing cars, motorcycles, trucks, 4x4s, all the cool things that showed up today. How about those motorcycles from Keanu Reeves' company? Very cool. Big reminder. Please do not arrive before 8:30 a.m. That is a big no-no. I know that the lineup is long. I know it's tough to get in, but it's the luck of the draw. If you come here before 8:30, we're going to turn you around and send you back out again. And please avoid loud cars with cutouts and straight pipes. Okay, if your car is louder than normal, if it's something like a Cobra or something with a louder exhaust, please make sure to use that northern entrance by Chick-fil-A and enter around the back to minimize the noise for the residents nearby. Please do that for us if you want to protect the show and keep it going. We need you to do that. Big thank you to the outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here, to Ruby's, Rockwell, Starbucks for bringing out the coffee and the donuts, etc. And of course, a big thank you to all of our volunteers. We could not do this without you. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. And of course, a thank you to our sponsors, Next Level Detail, to Maguire's, and of course also to Chick-fil-A for coming on board as a sponsor as well. Hope you've enjoyed the walkthrough today. Have a great week. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.